Alright, let's complete the trifecta of 2000s and 2010s nostalgia. Here we go. Third and Bird. I didn't watch much of this show, but it looks cute and charming. Muffin's cute as well. Alice's Wonderland Bakery. Now, I love Alice in Wonderland. But I was disappointed by the show. It just doesn't have that magical feel I was looking for. I think part of it has to do with the fact that Alice has an American accent. However, I do like that Alice is connected to the original Alice. Ariel. I don't want to say anything because I know I'll get cancelled. So we're moving on, because I haven't watched it. Babar and the Adventures of Badoo. I haven't watched this show. Bear in the Big Blue House. Holy crap, I missed out. This show is an absolute masterpiece. Bear is a wonderful character. I like how calm and caring he is. Noah McNeil has the most soothing voice in the world. All the other characters are good as well. Pip, Pop, and Trilo's voices are a bit annoying to me, but they're fun. Tutter and Ojo are fun too, and the goodbye song, wow, such emotional for a kid show. Overall, a great way to start Playhouse Disney. Why can't kid shows be like this anymore? I'd show this to kids today. Big Block Sing Song. I didn't watch most of this show, but it's fine for what it is. Bluey. I bet you were waiting for this. I do like this show. It's so heartwarming and really shows what it means to live in a great family. Everything from the intro to Bluey's voice is really cute. I watched some episodes of it, and now I get it. This is a show that just makes you smile. Not to mention, the music is absolutely amazing. It's definitely the highlight in sleepy time. I think I might start watching this show more often. Can you teach my alligator manners? This was an okay slot. It was good at teaching manners, but it felt a bit generic. And also, who keeps an alligator for a pet? Charlie and Lola. I didn't watch this show, but I don't really like it. The drawing style is a bit off. It's fine for what it is, but I don't get it. Choo Choo Soul. Oh my god, I loved this. Genevieve was such a good host and she's a good singer as well. I didn't know she sang the Disney Junior theme song as well. This was like Playhouse Disney's version of Kids Bop. But they didn't ruin popular songs. Chuggington, Disney's answer to Thomas? I don't know, but I didn't really watch much of it. Clay. Yeah, this guy was before my time, but it was good for the time being. A mascot made of clay really fit the Block's feel. Dance-A-Lot Robot. I watched this a lot too, and it was pretty good. It is a short, so there isn't much to say except you dance with a robot. Dino Ranch. Haven't watched this show. Doc McStuffins. My mom used to love this show. And I do have a bit of a soft spot for it. It was all over in the early 2010s, and I can tell research was put into it. It really showed what it was like being a doctor while also teaching about kindness and compassion, and had a wonderfully cozy feel to it. But only in the first few seasons. I feel like when they expanded to other things more than toys, the show lost that charm. Doc would be a great role model for kids. Elena of F. This show was after my time, but it's one of the best modern shows. Elena is great as a character. Not to mention her backstory is insane, being trapped in an amulet. Everything is so magical and charming. I totally understand why kids love her and why she's still around at Disney parks. Ella the Elephant. I did watch a bit of this, but not that much. The only thing I remember is the theme song and how her hat can turn into anything. Eureka. Haven't watched this show. Fancy Nancy. I don't know, I haven't watched much of this show. Firebuds. Same as the previous one. Gaspard and Lisa. I've been watching a bit more of this show lately, and while the dialogue moves a bit slow, I still think it's a good show. Gaspard and Lisa's friendship is very heartwarming. I think this would be a good show to kids today, as it teaches important social skills. Gigantosaurus. Haven't watched it, so no thoughts. Goldie and Bear. Same as the previous one, but the idea is kind of unoriginal. Guess how much I love you. I don't know. It does look very comforting and heartwarming though, Handy Manny. Now I used to watch this a lot, but I don't really like it. I do like Manny's voice and the different personalities of the tools, but I don't think this show would translate well today. My fondest memory of this show is the motorcycle reunion special. It's not bad, but I do think there are better shows. Happy Monster Band. This was a great short. The songs were pretty nice, and I imagine adults got a laugh out of the American Idol spoofs. Henry Huggle Monster. I did watch this show, but I don't remember much of it. Higglytown Heroes. This show was my favorite when I was 2 years old. It's weird, but the good kind. It's great to learn about the people in your neighborhood. And also, Pizza Guy is definitely the star. Imagination Movers. Man, I really wish I watched these guys more often. They are so cool. I love their songs, especially Jump Up and the Playhouse Disney theme song. Brainstorming is a cool song too. Not to mention that these four are genuinely cool guys. Warehouse Mouse and Nina were alright as well. Knit Knot Sporing Rates are pretty hilarious. But seriously, how are all these kids' bands so good? Jake and the Neverland Pirates. Oh man, this will be unpopular. I only watched the first season, so I don't think I got enough exposure to this show. And to be honest, I don't plan on looking into it. I'll stick with the original Peter Pan. I do like when Disney tries to expand their universes with these spin-offs. Johnny and the Sprites. I remember this show, and it was fine. I didn't watch much of it though. JoJo's Circus. Oh, I remember that. It was a good show. I actually find the clay animation tolerable in this show. It's a bit more fluid than Bob the Builder. I do now find that show okay. With this one, I have a similar opinion. And JoJo may be the most adorable clown I've ever seen. Jungle Junction. Holy crap, this is nostalgia overload. This show honestly felt like a fever dream. But I will say, the theme song, absolute bop. One of the best. Kate and Minman. Didn't watch much. Kindergarten the Musical. Too recent for me to give an opinion. Little Einsteins. Oh, my God. This show was my freaking life. I love everything about the show. All the characters are fantastic. Quincy was my favorite, and I think this show got me to love music. It also taught me a lot of advanced musical terms. The padding, blast off, and super fast sequences were very cute. It does this style of kid show well, because you're going on an actual adventure with characters who talk to you, rather than down to you. I don't really like classical music though. And the theme song, holy crap, it is a masterpiece. Of course, Rocket is the star of the show. I really wish more kids watched this show. Lou and Lou Safety Patrol. One of the best short shows. It teaches very good lessons about safety, and Lou are nice characters. Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Here it is, the big one. Along with Little Einsteins, this show was my life. It's well written, well voice acted, and welcoming. But I do have one complaint about it. It ruined Mickey's reputation. He is now a kid's character. I know Mickey is the face of Disney, but still. That doesn't mean I think it's a bad show, because it most definitely is not. I feel like sometimes, they try too hard to be funny. However, this is one of the few shows where I think all the seasons are good. This show will always have a special place in my heart. Mickey Mouse Funhouse. I haven't watched this show, but a talking house? No comment. Mickey Mouse Mixed Up Adventures, formerly Mickey and the Roadster Racers. I don't know, because when this show premiered, I stopped watching some of the more modern Disney Junior shows. Maybe I should give it a try because everyone says it's more tolerable than the Clubhouse. Miles from Tomorrowland. I didn't watch this show, but it looks okay, and a space exploration show is very cool. Myra Royal Detective. No opinion. Muppet Babies. Same thing, but I know they had controversy for the Gonzorella episode. I fully support people wearing whatever they want. That was supposed to teach kids that they can do whatever they want, not about those terms. I really hope the Muppets don't go under fire again. My friends Tigger and Pooh. I did watch a bit of this show, and it was a decent addition to the Pooh franchise. The theme song is great, but everything else is kind of bland. Octonauts. This is a really cool show. It's super educational and entertaining. I really think kids should watch more shows like this. I didn't watch much of this show, but I sure wish I did. Ooh and ah. Oh, my God. I miss these monkeys so much. They were such entertaining mascots. I loved watching their mini bumpers, and I still do today. They were very engaging and knew how to talk directly to the viewers. Not to mention their website was fantastic. Bring mascots like this back. Everything is too generic now. Out of the box. This show was before my time. I gave it a watch, and it's nice. It reminds me of Play School in Australia with all the engaging play. I like how engaging the hosts are too. Peking Duckling. I didn't watch this show. PB&J Otter. This show was before my time, but it seems fine for what it was. The Noodle Dance song is pretty catchy though. Pickwick Pack. Haven't watched it, so no thoughts. PJ Masks. This show is pretty cool considering the demographic. If your kid likes action, I'd recommend this show. But other than that, it's kind of bland. Puppy Dog Pals. Okay, this show is kind of adorable. I love dogs, so this would totally have been my comfort show if I discovered it earlier. Pupstruction. No opinion, and it is not a Paw Patrol ripoff. Really Polially. I didn't watch this show, and I don't know how to feel about it. Shane's Kindergarten Countdown. I didn't watch this, but it's decent for what it is. It is very repetitive though, like Shanna's show. I did watch this a lot, but I don't remember what I thought of it. The repetitiveness is kinda forgivable since it's a short. And the overall feel is very charming. I wouldn't be surprised if kids wanted to put on shows because of this show. Sheriff Colley's Wild West. I watched a bit of this show when it came out, but not much. I don't really have a thought on it. Colley is a nice character though. Sophia the First. Okay, I didn't watch this show, because it was after my time. But the story in this show is absolutely fantastic. It's definitely one of the best modern Disney Junior shows. The songs are amazing, and they definitely want to expand the Disney Princess franchise. I really think I should discover more about this show. Special Agent Isso. This show was such an addiction to me. It is formulaic, but the good kind. Isso is a very funny and relatable character. I also like how this show teaches you how to do basic things. And no joke, this show taught me how to tie my shoes. I still use that method today. Great show, great lessons, and an overall great feel. Spidey and his amazing friends. I feel similar to PJ Masks about this show, but this will definitely appeal to the Spider-Man kids. Stanley? I didn't watch this show either, but I sure wish I did. It's a great show with great educational values. And the Great Big Book of Everything song. That is hilarious. This is how to do a running gag well. Super Kitties. Haven't watched it. Tasty Time with Zephronk. I watched a bit of this show, but I don't remember much of it. It's fine for what it is. The Bite-Sized Adventures of Sam Sandwich. Kind of similar to the last one, an ad for healthy eating. It's good for what it is, but nothing special. And David, man. The Book of Pooh. This was before my time, but it looks fine. I just worry if this ruined Pooh's reputation as a kid's character like Mickey Mouse Clubhouse did for Mickey. But whatever. The Chicken Squad. Haven't watched it. The Doodle Bops. Once again, kids bands being absolute icons. I watched a bit of this show, but I really like the premise. The songs are pretty catchy, and I love their attitudes. They seem like really cool characters. Not to mention, all the running gags are fine too. My favorite is Don't Pull the Rope. The Hive. I don't think I'd like this. The Koala Brothers. I didn't watch this show, so I can't really form an opinion. I know people really like this show. The Lion Guard. Interesting spin-off to The Lion King. I like when Disney expands on their universes. Not to mention the background behind this show is insane. I totally understand why it's so popular. The Rocketeer. Didn't watch it. The Wiggles. Oh my God. These guys were my freaking life. I used to watch their show all the time. Their songs are so good, and ones that the whole family can enjoy. I have so many favorites, that it's hard to list them all. I actually like the new Wiggles as well. Emma, Simon, and Lackey are good at their job, and Say is pretty good as well. But nothing will beat the original four. I think I remember Anthony being my favorite. But I know my favorite Wiggly friend was definitely Captain Feathersword. And the Wake Up Jeff bit never gets old. It's no surprise why this show is so popular online. I really hope they continue, because the fact that they're still doing their job after 30 years is so inspiring. Keep on wiggling, Timmy Time. I actually don't know how to feel about this show. I didn't watch much of it. It's a spin-off of Shaun the Sheep, so that's pretty interesting. It's impressive how there's no dialogue in the show. Tinga Tales. I didn't watch this show, so no thoughts. Tots. Same as the previous one. Vampirina. This show was after my time, but it looks innocent enough. Wiffle and Fuzz. I guess it's okay.